Okay. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. This does talk about studying. And I did forget to mention at the beginning that some of you are just going through some kind of a spiritual, almost like a battle, just not warfare necessarily, but you're just going through things spiritually. You may be even going to some kind of a class or even seminary, perhaps, something of that nature. And this may be through an online connection. You may be doing school online. You may be taking a tarot class online, okay? But this is telling me you're on the right path because your reading ends with the star in your final outcome. And I do see healing, but no matter what, everything works out great. So, I mean, if you don't want to go through the details, you just know you're going to end up great, then you are good. Some of you may be spiritual teachers and you're getting your certification in that somehow. This tells me pretty much for the teacher people, you are born to teach. So yeah. Some of you may be getting guidance from a teacher or a mentor or a therapist, or even your dreams. And this is a God and Miracles card. So I feel like you're going to get a miracle, but you're also currently waiting on it. And you're still forming your philosophies, seeking that wisdom. So this is more spiritual, school. There's no love here, okay? Unless it's like love for somebody who's struggling. All right, so your current situation, what's coming towards you, your advice, and then your outcome and or next steps. So current situation, we have the Three of Pentacles. This tells me your self-esteem is getting boosted, and or you're doing this to somebody else through encouragement, okay? I'm really surprised when I'm with the Hierophant because that means the same thing. But it also says reach out. There's somebody you need to reach out to or somebody's reaching out to you. I just feel like working together. This is going to happen through teamwork. And this could also be a school. It could be a college or a class. It doesn't actually have to be a physical place, although I do see that way sometimes. But whatever you're doing, it's pretty noble. And I'm seeing obstacles are averted if you just work together with somebody. And I'm seeing you're being very generous with your time, so you're reaching out, okay? Then we have the Moon. This is something you have to confront. So again, if somebody has an addiction, I'm seeing confront it, reach out to this person, make sure they're still doing okay. If they've, been over it for a while, make sure they're still on the wagon, I guess. Because you do have Seven of Cups in here coming towards you. And that tells me that realistic thought is clouded, okay? And then because Seven of Cups is my digital art card with the Moon here, I'm just seeing there may be somebody who's into digital art as just a career or whatnot, but they're also going through some kind of a spiritual awakening or just some kind of a spiritual battle. Sorry, I'm all stuffed up. There is some kind of a secrecy or deception behind the scenes. And so I feel like if you check on this person who may have some kind of an addiction, you may find that they're still struggling, okay? But they were just too humble to say something. It could be a Pisces. So yeah, I'm saying reach out to this person because they may not reach out to you, or somebody may reach out to you. That's your current situation. Oh, sorry. Yeah, with the Three of Swords and your outcome, as part of your outcome, I'm seeing this relationship is just painful for you. It's like to see this person suffering in this way. Now this is only for the people who it's about addiction. So, we have the Ace of Cups. This is, again, kind of having some cloudy thoughts, not in reality. But this is telling me there's creativity going on. There's, love, not necessarily love like romantic, but just love for somebody. You really wanted to help them. And you're trying to get them on the right path. And by the end, they are. So I think the Virgo hermit is here saying seek. Like, seek this person out, reach out for them. Some of you are seeking spiritual knowledge just for yourself. You're going through the warfare. But sometimes if you know somebody who's going through a drug problem or alcohol problem, it's your own spiritual warfare at the same time because you care about this person. And so I'm seeing extend grace to this person, okay? But for those of you going through spiritual, not necessarily warfare, but just introspection, like the hermit might suggest, learning. With the star here, I'm seeing you're going to end up with advanced consciousness, and that's in your outcome. So going from your current situation to your outcome, you get advanced consciousness. Now, I'm not very new agey, okay? So when you start talking about like ascended masters and things like that, you're just like, whew, no thanks. But maybe some of you are doing things like that, or you could just be realizing, oh, hey, tarot really tells the truth, All right, the next one is the Five of Pentacles. I was kind of, wondering why this is here in your current situation, because it's so much different than the other cards in your current situation. And this is saying that this is a cycle that keeps going, and you're going to keep forgiving this person, keep extending them grace because they're going through a problem and you love them. And others of you are seeing, like, why is this situation happening over and over again? You're trying to delve into your spirituality to see why this is happening. And maybe why you haven't committed to one philosophy or another. But you're trying to form another philosophy or get one in general. Maybe because your happiness has been blocked. It's just feeling alone. So yeah, some of you feel alone, especially with the hermit here. Some of you feel alone in trying to help this person. Like, maybe you're the only one who's putting in the effort because maybe they're not putting in much effort, or they're trying but they're having a hard time and you're the only one supporting them. So then that leaves you feeling like you have no support system. But also some of you you're not dating, and so you feel lonely, and so you're going through spiritual spiritual nights is what I call them, nights where you're in the dark kind of thing. And then we have the Empress, our next major arcana. So far you have 3 major arcana, so it's still a big deal. And any kind of spiritual searching is a big deal. So with the Empress here, we have another 3 card, which is reach out. And so I feel like you're going to need to seek out a mentor or some help, not just for this other person, if this is you're helping somebody, but for yourself. Because there may not be a way for you to personally help them other than to get help for them. And then some of you may need to seek out a mentor of your own for guidance, spirituality, or just for being lonely. This could be therapy. This could be an actual spiritual class. It could be going to see a pastor. There's all kinds of things it could be. And I'm seeing you're kind of expanding your spiritual knowledge. Your interests are slowly opening up to you. They're unfurling. Your interests are unfolding. And then again, I'm seeing open-hearted encouragement. You're really there to nurture somebody. But the fact is you're lonely too, and you need somebody to nurture you. So I feel like you need an outside party as well. With the 3 of Swords in your outcome, this is telling me there may be people who are oblivious to how much you've taken on. And they think, oh, so-and-so can handle it. But the thing is, you still need nurturing like everybody else. I mean, yeah, you're Libra, but that doesn't mean you don't need emotional support, just like you're giving it. But whatever it is, I feel like you're going through, I can't remember what it's called, like the day, I just can't remember what the phrase is. I don't know the turn of phrase, I'm sorry. I want to say like a night in the sun, but that's not right. But you're going to be successful. So whatever it is you're needing, good. If you're wanting advanced consciousness, you're getting it. So I'm just telling you that straight off. That way, if you hear any negativity, you know it's going to pass. And then again, with the Empress here, with the Five of Pentacles, especially with the Hermit, there's just some loneliness here. And so that could be the alienation. Again, I don't think necessarily you're alienating people, but maybe somebody who needs help is alienating people. And so therefore you may be the only one left to help. People sometimes do that and not realize it. But I've seen lonely woman, somebody who thinks they don't have any skills. So some of you may try to go back to school, like a real school, and not necessarily spiritually. Because you're like, oh, my beauty's fading and blah, blah, blah. But this is a beautiful person when they're in the upright. Otherwise it would have been reversed, okay? Man, don't not work on your skills. Keep doing that. But don't worry about outside. That's not important here. In general, really. But the universe is intervening when you see this card. So if you're lonely, if you need the truth, maybe somebody's hiding something from you, because I do see there's a little bit of deception. It could be like a spiritual veil, or just somebody's trying to hide that they need help continuously. Maybe they needed help in the past. They were doing well and then they fell back off. The same, just work to make things better. I see a lot of no commitment here. Some of you, if you were dating, I'm just seeing you don't have a commitment, so you're lonely. But others, with your mother, most likely, they may be single. They may not have anybody. And so you're like, well, I'm powerful. I can do this. And yet, at the same time, you're not taking care of your own needs. You're almost neglecting them because you're taking care of somebody else. Also, whatever pain or burden you've been dealing with, you're going to heal from it. Empress talks about healing from doubt, especially spiritual doubt, fear, despair, anger, and with the star at the end, definitely so. Okay, let's move on from your current situation, because you know what your current situation is. What's coming towards you, that's what everybody wants to know, right? You have 3 sevens. 3 sevens means waiting on a miracle or waiting on good fortune. And we have the Hermit, which talks about God and miracles, okay? So it's coming. If you're thinking, like, I cannot get through with this without a miracle, you're getting it. But you're waiting on it. That's what's coming towards you. 3 sevens to me also talk about, just good fortune coming your way, okay? So very nice. So we have the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. Man, I went blank for a second. Let me get a drink of coffee. Okay, sorry. All right, so I'm seeing you're fighting. You're not going to give up, even though you're unsure. Like, at first, you thought you were sure. Like, yeah, I can handle this. This is fine. And then you kind of saw more into the situation. Like, the veil that the moon provided was lifted, or your spiritual awareness was heightened, and you were able to see some things. And it's chaos, because 7 of Cups is chaos. And you're like, I thought I could handle this. But oh my goodness. Whatever that is. So 7 of Wands is like you're fending it off. You kind of like open Pandora's box a little bit, but not that extreme. It says choose your battles, daydreams, and decisions. So you have a decision and choosing your battles. You have to pick what you can and can't do, because you can't do it all. Okay? Prioritize. And again, this is temptation. So some of you may be fighting temptation yourselves. I keep assuming it's somebody besides Libra, but it actually could be a Libra. Even though that's not typically in the character, doesn't matter if it's here, I have to say it. But here, This could be fighting a spiritual battle. This is a spiritual card as well. So you could be fighting a spiritual battle as opposed to addiction. And sometimes those go hand in hand. For instance, if somebody goes to, AA, you have to have a spiritual component to that program. So that might be something you're doing here. Or you're very involved in it with someone else. You may be trying to fight somebody else's battle or fight their demons when it's saying, help them, but help yourself too. Because I think of this like as the mother card and the nurturing card. Parents can't take care of their kids if they don't take care of themselves. Because what are you going to do when you're not there because you're sick or whatever? You can't take care of them, so what's it going to do you if you're run down? And then here's the Chariot. So it's coming towards you. I see lots of things coming towards you. There's definitely like some kind of a battle with, addiction or spirituality, okay? That's mainly what I'm seeing. I'm seeing take control. You can take initiative. That's great. But moderation. That's what the Chariot card's all about. Also Cancer. Moderation. Making sure that you don't go to one extreme or the other. Now with the 7 of Cups, it says you will have victory. You will attain your dreams. So you will get that miracle. That's what's coming towards you. Let's see. Also, I'm seeing like don't overdo it. Okay. So again, pick your battles. Prioritize. That's really what I'm getting here. Prioritize. We don't even need your advice because you kind of got it here, and this is just kind of more like an outcome too. But I'll still talk about it. Don't worry. And then with the 7 of Wands, you're fighting to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you will enjoy them. Trust me. When you have the 6 of Wands in here and the Star, you're good. And some of you who are, I talked about going to school, especially as a teacher. This is saying you're going to have success as a teacher. So, good news with the 7 of Wands there. I kind of left off the teacher business for a while, but it's still here, okay? And some of you are just seeking out a mentor, and that's going to help. All right, so what's your advice? The 6 of Wands, victory, and the 2 of Wands, which says spread your wings. Now, in other 2 of Wands cards, it says waiting game. So I do still feel like you're waiting on miracles, but I feel like spread your wings is really a good phrase here. That's taking a chance on something, spreading your wings. If you believe something can happen, you will succeed and it will happen. So also with the Empress here, I'm feeling like the need to manifest. So if you're going through a course, especially if it's online, but anywhere, if you're going to school for anything, if you believe you can succeed, you will. If you believe you can succeed in spiritual warfare, you will. Also, with the 5 of Pentacles in your current situation, this says you are helping somebody who needs you, and you feel needed. So it's going to keep you from feeling lonely as well. If you're not taking care of somebody who's feeling lonely, then you should be. And the 3 of Pentacles tells me you are achieving that it factor, that wow factor. You're doing it. And then with the Devil over here in your outcome, it says success in business. So if you are taking some kind of class to help your career, definitely happening here. Or you're just successful in whatever business you're going about doing. This is just wonderful. So you're having, if you believe you can succeed, you will. You're going to spread your wings. Your outcome is better than what you expect. Again, your work improves your life with that 3 of Pentacles here. Could improve your relationship with your family. But this is a turning point for you, and you're getting rewarded now. Just things are looking up in general, okay? You can have hope, you can have expectations. But you're going to be overcoming. You're going to be having great news with this situation. And you're being very selfless. You're helping somebody who really needs you, and you feel needed. Anytime 6 of Wands is like that, that's good. All right, so what's your outcome and or next steps? I don't have to clarify anything, guys. This is very straightforward, okay? We have the Devil, which you think, but it says master underneath. Somebody's mastering their feelings because How similar are these two things? Really? I mean, you're putting your heart in a cage, which isn't bad, okay? This is saying, like, you're putting all those, well, I think of Seneca, for instance, who's talking about how feelings and whatnot are, you know, you shouldn't be one extreme or the other. You should just moderation. I'm saying that's what you're doing. You're not taking away sad feelings. You're not taking away happy feelings. I mean, you get to celebrate. You're just moderating. I mean, that's why they say the heart's in the rib cage, because it has to be in a cage because it's so wild. But basically mastering. So people who have an addiction, you're going to help somebody master that, and they will. You, if that's you, spiritually, you could be dealing with a devil feeling, but you're going to be mastering the devil, so to speak. You could be dealing with the Capricorn. I forgot. I think Capricorn's in here, but I didn't say it. So, I mean, this is a really, really good reading. Just in here, I would like to caution you on overspending. I do think that may be something for you this month. Also, if you're attracted to somebody romantically, I'm just seeing leave it alone. You know, you want to help somebody. You want somebody who you feel like they need you, but that could end up being more of a financial drain. Only if it's romance. If it's family or friends, by all means help them. But romantically, don't get into that situation is what I'm seeing. That's why, because there's no love here. I'm just seeing don't even involve romance here. Kind of like put it in a cage almost. So no romance, just familial love. So sorry there's no love for you guys, this month. I hate that for you. Now, just because you're going to recover and have hope doesn't mean somebody can't fall off the bandwagon again, but I'm seeing it's eventually going to lead to full recovery. So it's not hopeless. I don't know why I feel like this is more for somebody besides you, but if it is for you, please listen. Okay. After the devil, we have the Nine of Wands. This is fighting and not giving up. It's also finding courage to do what you have to do. It says rest and reconsider. So I feel like it's more like having resilience. It says hang in there, okay? Keep going. There's somebody who's avoiding something. Normally it says avoiding the facts with the Three of Swords here, but I feel like it's more trying to avoid temptation. Now, the person who is tempted could be avoiding the facts, like, yeah, this and that. I also don't want you to ignore the facts that you need to take care of yourself, okay? If there's a spiritual belief that you've been studying and it kind of ignores blatant facts, well, then you may want to work on that philosophy, okay? Because, what you believe is up to you. You get to pick. But somebody's going to try to avoid the change. They're being very stubborn, and I say that because we have the Four of Cups, and then with the Three of Swords, they're going to try to avoid the facts. I don't feel like this is you, but it could be. Especially when it comes to spirituality, you may try to avoid, like, I don't believe that. No. But this is opportunity beckons. And then we have the sadness and isolation. So if you have a belief that's really alienating people with the Empress here, that could be why you're lonely for some people. And you're having to work out this belief system. Maybe it's social skills for some people. But I feel like you are alone, and some of it may be of your own doing. And then some of you are alone because you're helping somebody else, and there's nobody there to take care of you. But at the same time, taking care of somebody is feeding a need in you. You like to be needed for some reason. So maybe you have a little bit of Cancer in your chart with this Chariot here, because Cancers like to be needed. But I do see somebody ignoring facts, being oblivious on purpose, really, and being stubborn. And it's going to take a while for it to break down. But I feel like this is how you're going to have to act as well towards this person. You're going to be very stubborn, resilient, hang in there, because they're going to probably fight. Also, if you're having spiritual warfare, so to speak, you're going to have to fight. Okay? But we have the Sun. This is positivity. With the Hermit, it's being reborn, having a new phase. Some of you may get baptized. With the Moon here, it's saying your intuition is high. It, again, leads you to the right path, the right person. So if you're seeking a mentor, good. This could also be the secret comes out if there's a secret or a deception of some sort. I feel like you're going to get a mastery over grace because we have the Ace of Cups. When you have an ace and the sun, you master that. So I also feel like you're also going to master your emotions. Somebody can master, drinking. But whatever is happening, something gets mastered, especially with the devil over here. Yeah, lots of mastery going on. You might master, religious beliefs, spirituality, because Ace of Cups can be spirituality. You get to master that. And you're going to live a more simple life after this. You see yourself in a positive light. You start to see other people in a positive light too. And with the Chariot here, you get a victory, and it helps you out socially too. And wait's almost over. And if you are looking for love, it's saying if there's somebody with an addiction, or they're just very, very needy, I'm saying leave them alone, because there's love out there for you. It's coming around the corner. But I'm also seeing, see the light, see the truth when it comes to spirituality. So I think that's happening too. You're going to have that advanced consciousness that the star talks about. Maybe you have a teacher that's a Virgo or a Capricorn or an Aquarius that helps you with this situation. But I do see social status going up, because Six of Wands here tells me about popularity, like new popularity. And then again, with the Seven of Wands here, I see being a motivational person. So if you're encouraging people, like a lot of these cards are talking about, you become more popular that way. Again, I'm seeing teacher. So you could have gone through school to be a teacher, and you're seen in a positive way. But you've improved your life, you're improving other people's life, maybe even through motivation. And you may get recognized publicly. And that's just a few people though. But at the same time, be careful, because the devil here tells me all this helpfulness that you're producing can bog you down. So yes, you're getting healing. Yes, you're working on philosophies, recovery, other people's recovery. You're working on the ideas and faith. You have to have hope, definitely. You have to have courage, and you have to have faith. All of those go around the star card. And we have so much faith and hope in all of these cards that I've talked about so far. This tells me anything is possible. Okay, so again, definitely coming. Also, more truth is coming, more transformation. So, wow, very good. Means it's all good. Whatever you're dealing with, what was it dealing with? Your spirituality, perhaps your addiction, your struggle with addiction, somebody you know's struggle with addiction, loneliness, and school, whether it's a spiritual class or being a teacher. Those are all the areas that were possible in this reading that I saw. Basically, any kind of miracle you're waiting on. I don't see it having to do with love, though. Okay. Sorry, Libras. All right, let's get you a Lenormand read, and we shall be finished. Let's lay it down. Snake. Ooh. Gentleman. So there may be a male water sign in your life that's a snake. We have Clover, so you're going to have good luck anyway. Let's see what it says. Vile is the serpent who lulls with a bite. Be not indulgent or slow to the fight. Flee every moment. She turns on the charm. This poised opponent will bring you harm. But you're going to be fine. Okay, we have mountain. Confront the mountain as you would a fierce foe. And we have the confront in the moon. And the mountain represents an obstacle. So I'm saying confront the obstacle. To avoid your defeat, strike hard the first blow. This clear obstacle is a chance to succeed. Opportunity. Courage and persistence are all you will need. Yep, definitely have to keep going. I mean, that sums that up right there. But clover is good. It's flowers surrounded in clover leaf mean happiness surmounted over grief. Bits of luck and fortune await. You have the potential to make life great. So the querent card is a gentleman, so it could be you as a male or somebody you're dealing with that's a male. Whatever the snake is for you, it's going to be fine. Okay, now we have a crossroad, a decision to make, especially about like spirituality, taking care of yourself. A road in the open reveals the best way. Choose wisely your path to avoid any dismay. When I see choose wisely, I think 7 of Cups. So avoiding temptation and spiritual warfare, that kind of thing. We have the 4 of Cups in your outcome, which also tells me you're going to say no to any kind of temptation. And you're also not going to give up on helping someone. Follow your dreams with faith and precision. Yeah, faith, and then doing things exactly as it's supposed to. All will be clear once you've made your decision. So you have to make your decision, to either do this or don't do this. Last one, stars. Wow. Dreaming's coming true. Success. I mean, that really goes with your reading. Shining stars bright in the sky bodes joy from afar where happiness lies. In starlight, dreams come true. Hope is in sight, success is in view. Whatever your dreams are, you're going to get them. Because we have that moon in that first reading. But we have 2 cards about dreams, crossroad and stars. And we have good luck and fortune, which I don't usually get those in readings, so. But it's going to cause you to confront your obstacles and keep going. Have courage.